After my spinal surgery, my fiance thought I was still sedated when she told her friend. The doctor said he can't lift anything for 8 weeks, so I'm stuck taking care of him instead of being with James. Her friend asked, then why not leave? And she replied, his parents are adding me to their will next month. I called my parents and had her things moved to storage. Rachel and I had been together for 4 years, engaged for 1. My back problems from old sports injuries had gotten bad enough that I needed a spinal fusion. The surgery went well. 4 hours, then recovery. Here's where it gets interesting. I've always had an unusual reaction to anesthesia. Most people take hours to fully wake up, but I regain awareness quickly while staying physically immobile. I became conscious in the recovery room maybe 30 minutes after surgery. Not completely sharp, but aware enough to hear sounds around me. My eyes stayed closed, breathing steady. Then I heard Rachel's voice. He's not awake yet, she said to a nurse. That's normal. The doctor will be by soon. Before I could signal my wakefulness, I heard another voice. Rachel's friend, Allie. How did everything go? Allie asked. Fine, I guess, Rachel answered. Her voice sounded irritated, restless. It lacked the worried tone I'd expected. They moved away from my bed, but stayed within earshot. God, I'm exhausted already, Rachel continued. The doctor said no heavy lifting for 8 weeks. I'll be stuck taking care of him when I could be with James. James. The name hit like ice water. I didn't know any James in our circle. Why not just leave? Allie questioned. I mean, you're not married yet. There was a pause. His parents are putting me in their estate documents next month, Rachel said. You know how wealthy they are. The old man's health isn't great. I just need to hold on a little longer. My parents. My 65-year-old father who'd built a successful construction business. My mother who taught elementary school for 30 years. The people who'd welcomed Rachel into our family. The ones who insisted on paying for our wedding. That's cold, Rach. Even for you, Allie remarked. It's practical, Rachel countered. 4 years listening to him talk about construction projects and sports. Now I have to play nurse for 2 months. What about James? He's getting impatient. James will wait. Look, once everything's official and Richard Sr. passes, I'll be set. Richard Sr., my dad. They were discussing my father's death like a business plan. What if Mike wakes up and hears this? Rachel laughed. Not the warm laugh I'd loved. Something colder. Please. They pump him so full of drugs he'll be lucky to remember his own name. Plus, he depends on me completely. It's almost too easy. I chose instantly to keep pretending unconsciousness. When a nurse came to check my vitals, I woke gradually. Rachel was immediately beside me, smoothing hair from my forehead. Hey, sweetheart, she murmured. Everything went perfectly. Tired, I muttered. That's normal, she said, holding my hand. I'll take care of you. I almost laughed. That night, once visiting hours ended, I made 3 calls. First, my parents. Told them to come immediately. Second, my best friend Eric. Asked him to pack all of Rachel's belongings from my apartment. Third, a locksmith. When my parents arrived, I told them everything. The James guy, the inheritance talk, the casual discussion about my father's death. My mother gasped. My father's face reddened in a way I'd never seen. That night, Eric and 2 friends moved Rachel's belongings to a storage unit. The locksmith changed all my locks at 11 p.m. My father called his attorney to remove Rachel from estate documents. My mother contacted Rachel's parents. I texted Rachel, change of plan. My parents will pick me up tomorrow. Don't come to the hospital. Her response, don't be silly, love. I'll be there at 9. I didn't reply. The next morning, my parents arrived at 7:30. By 8:15, I was in their car. At 9:07, Rachel called. I ignored it. By 10 a.m., she'd called 12 times and sent 23 desperate messages. Around noon, Eric told me Rachel was at my apartment, pounding on the door. Her key didn't work. She sat in the hallway for 6 hours before building management asked her to leave. Then she went to the hospital, claiming there'd been a mistake. Security got involved. For 3 days, she stayed in the hospital parking lot. Yesterday, my father's attorney sent Rachel a formal letter detailing everything we knew. It informed her that any contact would result in a restraining order. It provided storage unit information for her belongings.